What's up, solo gamers? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be jumping into Disco Elysium. Disco Elysium is a narrative-driven RPG-style game that is deeply immersive in its storytelling. It has a focus on dialogue and the choices that you, the player, make, building relationships with complex characters. It has a rich and politically charged world. So in this game, you are, from what I understand, a detective. It really puts an emphasis on your investigation, the dialogue choices that you make, and how the decisions that you make will shape the world around you. Attempts to tackle political and social issues, including class struggle, ideologies, and your own personal redemption. I do also like it. What really actually caught my eye in the first place was this art style that you see here. It's all hand painted, and it's got this comic-like aesthetic. So I do kind of like narrative-driven games that give me something to think about. So now here we're on this character creation page. I can create my own character. I can click one of these presets. I haven't read any into these yet, so let me read them real quick. I think I'm gonna go with the Thinker because the Thinker sounds interesting. I don't want to do sensitive because it says he might begin to lose his mind, and I don't know how I'd be able to prevent that from happening. And if I lose my mind, then I won't know what I'm doing anymore, will I? So not going to do that. And I've also read that this one doesn't focus too much on combat, so I can't imagine what the physical aspects of the physical class would be, or how they would be beneficial to me. And it says he's dumb as a rock, and this is about investigation, so I think the Thinker probably the best way to go. All right, well, never mind.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever.
Oh, ever.
Never, ever.
Keep on non-existent.
No matter time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. Yes, it is.
So is that my ancient reptilian brain?
You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
I like nothing.
I know you do, baby. I know.
How about you cough up some of that sweet oblivion?
Coming right up, sir. Smooth passage.
I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light, and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do. Let me off.
I wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Well, I'm not an idiot, and definitely not a brave idiot, so I picked the Thinker. So what's waiting
There's
for me?
this giant ball there. An evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
I wonder who the evil apes are. How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out.
I'm curious if I keep asking the same question if they're going to change the answer.
You can't even make out it's
Okay.
infinitesimally small.
How small are the apes? Infinitesimally small. How big is the ball? How small are the apes? All this duking it out I keep hearing about. Oh, what's that?
Vying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you
don't necessarily think that's the right way to go about it. Obviously, that's how things started, but I think we're a little bit further along than that, so.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
I think he probably means like at the bar.
You lost.
Lost? I just started.
The sound outside. You recognize it. It's a Caprice Canema motor carriage.
Open your raws. Okay, not what I expected to see. But there's the bottle right there. I drowned in it. I told you. Not necessarily at the bar, but you can get that stuff at a bar. Wow. Is that me in the bottom left? Dear God. Okay, well, let's start by picking this up. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Commodore Red. I wonder if we're supposed to be communist or something. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Well, what a loser. I wonder if it was me. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Okay, and that's the tape all over the floor right there. So let's check out... The selection system's a little bit weird. I am finding that. I don't necessarily care for that right now, but I'm sure it'll work out. See bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. Yep. Is that a shirt hanging there? Can I put that on? Yeah, let's do that. Item gained. White stained shirt. Words fail to describe how rank it smells in here. They should have sent a poet.
A
Fair
mirror
enough.
hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
I think my man probably got a little bit worked up.
Was
At
this
some
not
point.
the same Elo that founds empires and lays waste to cities? Virile, uncaring towards the little things? Probably not.
Perhaps.
No. Hot water sprays from the faucet's base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just a vague impression of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror, behold,
That's me. I'm just that guy. All
you
right.
have no idea who this thing is, do you? Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No.
You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off.
It won't come off. See, they always tell you when you're a kid, don't make that face. It'll get stuck
What does
that
it
way.
even mean?
This guy didn't
What
listen.
is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens. You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go
You may
ahead,
retry.
try something.
Okay, so dig deep into your mind to locate the source. Hey, watch out, bud. Source of the expression. Or attempt to stop the expression. I don't know. We'll find the source.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression. It belongs in the
There we go.
the third decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened.
Are they about to... Is this going to be about how
Forever
disco
show.
destroyed the world?
Your city. That meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million.
I mean,
If it doesn't rhyme, You're not pronouncing it right. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Why does he get to make the expression?
The click is used to spur on a horse. It also features heavily in Guillaume Lemillion's regional mega hit, Don't Worry, Your Pretty Little Head.
How long ago was the new?
Some 20-odd years. There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you, or anyone. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains.
The grimace. I know it's a little bit late, but grimace shake. Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I drink myself into oblivion?
You have some understanding of the near history of disco. The rest is darkness. Aside from the useless fact that the motor carriage outside was a caprice canema.
Alright, I guess
It
that's
doesn't
it then.
have to be. You can swoon over Guillaume and his champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return. Still not happening. It won't come.
Well, let the mirror be for now, I guess. What's this? Got my closet. No more clothes in there. Is the door locked? Maybe grab my tie off that fan.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb.
I'm gonna pull on the
A
light bulb.
truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Oh, I thought he was gonna grab the light bulb and yank it.
The lights are off. The blades come squeaking to a halt. You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
Kind of like everybody when they wake up to go to work. Disco ass blazer.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
I definitely broke the
A
window
fine
myself.
web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More
least
likely
then.
a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist,
Well, if nothing got pulled back in, I threw something out the window.
like
So
the
it's gonna
green
be on the
shoe
ground
that's
outside.
on the hat rack in the corner, which, coincidentally, is missing its friend. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you can still find the other on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I don't need it. I don't need anyone.
The window agrees. Its cracked smile is cold and sparkly.
I probably do want to go get my shoe. At least the one. I wonder if I can walk around with one shoe for the whole game. You must value privacy. The door has been locked from the inside. Good thing that that's where I'm at, right? Hold on. So can I go through that door or not? Because maybe it was just locked and I didn't unlock it. Nope. Does 1 minute go by every minute? Or am I... So it's 8:19. I wonder if it's just a minute. I'm inside the apartment. Can I not open my own door? I'm going to have to throw a shoe at it.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
I had to inspect my own pants. Okay, so I
It
get it.
says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium key ring. There is a single key on the ring, the number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
All right, there's a lady over there. We should go harass her. This looks like money, so yeah, I'm gonna take that. Somebody leaves 40 cents laying around, I take it. Oh, that was a door. I thought that was a window. I just wanted to look out the window. Dang. I'm gonna go in there and bother that woman who's trying to mind her own business.
Hello, officer.
The year is 51.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Nice.
Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep walking. Can't knock on a door. Alright. The weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. I don't know if I said that properly, so I'll let anybody who feels like it correct me, but I'm not going to listen to you. I forgot that I can go out on that balcony and get my other shoe. This is where the lyrics would be. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. Seasoned. A little extra flavor. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. Can that somebody be
You
me?
should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense. My soul is modest. It's normal sized. My soul is puny. My soul's cubic content is obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard through a PA
Absolutely.
system
100%.
by other people.
What should I sing when it
You
comes
have
to
not
it?
yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. I really get a good gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
I had to find something tragic to sing. Okay, well, let me go find it. I'm gonna go upstairs and get my shoe before I leave here. -9 degrees centigrade overcast, so it's a little chilly outside. And there's clouds. There's my shoe. True fashion right there, honestly. I should have just walked around with the one shoe the whole time. That would have been funny. All right, let's go bother this guy.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again.
Why are you acting so
Everything's cool
suspicious?
between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very
Congratulations.
animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Well, you look like a
That
bartender.
period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
Yeah, I mean, like... Well, what's that difference, though?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Well, where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know,
Sounds like this guy's in denial.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
You think he committed a moida?
so now you're a cop. Oh, forget it. What kind of question is that?
I didn't know I was a cop. Duh, it makes sense. Ever since I got up, I felt something in me. Now I know it's the law.
Are you serious right now?
The responsibility has taken its toll on my body. But I will take up the mantle once more. This is who I am. Of course, if by the law you mean blood alcohol level.
I really don't know what to say to that.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the great skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
This bird discovered the part of the world I'm
small
in.
steel tag says as much. The great skua. Stegoarius skua.
What happened to the bird? Can I help you with that? That's the great skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why
So
don't
somebody's
you
a
go
little
and
impatient.
Talk to him, okay?
I'm a cop and I talk to whomever I please. You, Mr. Bartender,
He pretends
do not tell me what to
hear
do.
you, concentrating on the bird instead.
That guy seems like he's a little bit full of himself. Menu has been wiped clean. Only the word Monday is written on it. Okay, so days are still the same. Soft purr of an electric juicer comes to the kitchen. Someone is working. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. And I guess apparently he hasn't finished it. Inside, you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia. A strike poster, some red pennants. It said pennants or pendants? I didn't get to read the whole thing. The door is bolted. Sign reads, kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. For those of you that don't know, that is 1 p.m. A sign reads, mess hall reserved for union members, do not open until 1600. Maybe 4 p.m. And there's some lady in a wheelchair over here. I guess we can harass
Hello,
the
sweetie.
handicapped. Oh, hi.
You
You might
shouldn't
actually be
keep
nice.
Your colleague waiting.
Ooh, the cryptozoologist's wife. Shouldn't keep your colleague waiting. She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him waiting for just another second. I'm still looking around. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Can we plug it back in? That sounds like fun. I would love to play some pinball. So, have I observed everything in here? Except for that door, I guess. I don't really want to...
The theme on that pinball machine is a standard royalist theme, used on everything from pinball cabinets to full-flavor cigarettes.
Full flavor,
Clinging to a picture book version of the past century, waiting for the king to come back and cast out all the profiteers and homosexuals. Basically, imagine a yellow plastic crown with a liquor brand emblazoned on it.
Wait, where do I get such a crown? The idea of a king in a century gone is pretty fascinating. I'd rather know more about the world of today. I would like to know about the world of today, but the history does also matter, so I want to know where I can get a crown.
Free with a six-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. The words Roy d'Or are stamped into the crown's plastic.
Cool, so I'll give me a 6-pack of Vermilion Roy d'Or. So I can
The
get me a
sentiment
plastic
is
crown to
called
put on my head.
Anti-centennial nostalgia, pining for a time before the turn of the century. It's common even now, after 50 years.
Anti-centennial nostalgia. Okay. Is that a real thing? Do people have that, like, today?
Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
I don't know who you is.
As
So.
you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
I feel like I probably should shake his hand. I want to form a good relationship, but at the same time, I think it'd be hilarious just slap it away. I'll shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
He's a firm grip. It's a good sign.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Invent a name for yourself.
Okay, then.
Oh, I thought I clicked on invent a name. Dang it. All right, I hit the wrong option. That sucks.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What
Yeah.
he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Yeah,
If
I
you
did
don't
just
mind,
talk
we
to
should
them.
talk to him again.
Bartender.
Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure
Yeah.
him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware. I'm a policeman.
Right. And the interviews?
What
At the
interviews?
57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
You think you're better than me? Because you do stuff and I don't?
Good. But even if you haven't, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the
Have you
coroner's case.
removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, you know, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree? So,
No.
the body is still in the tree,
That would be correct.
where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
Now, what if I told you I'm not really a police officer?
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid. What remains is that there is a dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will.
And then,
He
soon
can't
after,
take a hint.
dead bodies would be dangling from all the trees.
But first, we have to take it down. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
Okay, so I'm not the worst. That's good
If
to
you
know.
need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our number one concern. After
Keep moving.
you, officer.
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up. Pretend I found it. I found my badge. I'm a policeman. I have my badge.
Oh, well. If you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi
Yeah.
is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So let's talk to this guy once more.
The
Mr.
man
Bartender.
with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right?
Lieutenant
You run
glances
this
into his
place.
little notebook. Oh,
Yes.
he responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. I am the Harbinger of Ruin. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
It's like when you've left your band, but you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Kind of busy, like doing my own thing, talking about myself. Oh, if you just let me continue with that would
Sir,
be great.
I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
I feel like it was this guy.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. That's cool.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
Use a piece of paper to make a phone call.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
Yeah, this dude's in charge of a lot of cafeterias. He's not just a bartender, he manages 3 cafeterias.
But
All
you still
about
know
roughly
your
this
way
size.
around,
It's crazy.
yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right then, questions. I got this. Who? Me? No, I'm good. I do want to maybe ask a couple questions. I'm supposed to be playing this
His
thing through,
face
so
expresses profound doubt in your having this.
yeah, I don't think I'd immediately accuse him of murder before getting any other details first.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get
That's
there?
easy. See that door there?
He
First you
points to the
exit
west.
through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Okay.
This man means the heavy cavalry of the innocents Franco-Negro, sweeping over the plains and nations of the enemies of mankind. 5th century style, unified currency and the concept of cool came in their wake. They wore lamella and carried guns. But first and foremost, Franco-Nigerian heavy cavalry was really, really wide. That hole in the fence must be enormous.
It's really wide. So why did
Haven't
Sylvie
you
go away?
asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this.
No, before I asked you where, and now I'm asking you why. Gotta learn to listen, buddy.
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Yes, yeah. There's somebody here who's more of a loser than me,
thank you.
the lieutenant says. He opens his little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in a small pocket.
I asked
well.
an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to.
This
What a
dude
bad
has
idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you?
a
It's got
degrading
nothing to do with the lynching.
moral compass. Kind of manager asks a subordinate to go out on a date and then accepts a rejection. Bro, tell her she's fired. This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. Yeah, everything has something to
Good
do
for
with everything.
you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back. I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Yeah, sometimes we all feel that way.
This is it. He said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they, if he doesn't know?
Oh, people are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. The locals,
Who's saying that?
customers, the people who eat here, a lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it.
Somebody else told you that everybody knows something, but you didn't know that apparently before somebody else had told you. So, does everybody know that?
Did the debarders themselves tell her this, or is it a rumor?
I don't really know. You'll have to ask her.
Why would the dock workers
I would
lynch this man?
suppose it's because they have nothing better to do.
You're telling me they just got a little bored?
You mean
that
the
was the
strike?
reason? Mm.
Yes, the strike. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbour company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message.
I used to be a security worker, but we carried guns.
lieutenant
another
turns
question.
the page in the little notebook he's been scribbling in.
I have a question.
Let's
That is
go.
all.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
I don't know you shit.
Oh, you don't owe me shit. Well, officer, you're right. You don't owe me shit. You owe me money.
We do not need to assert ourselves here. We only need instructions from him. This is the proprietor, remember?
Whoa. Dang. Okay, so this gets a little heavy real quick. Sounds like extortion to me.
You know, I get this all the time. Some hobo comes in here or some backpacking arsehole off the boat. The next day, when they can't make their fees, they get aggressive. I just never thought I'd be in this shit with a cop. Please, just give me the money.
Yeah, I don't remember, like, receiving anything from you at any point, so, like, I don't know why I
Let's
would owe you
see.
any money.
3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
It couldn't have been me that did that. It was clearly a shoe that caused the damage.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real.
All right, you
And
smug
yes,
bastard.
You can't arrest
You're
me.
under arrest.
I haven't done anything.
Oh. Lost your nerve before. Really lost your nerve before. So I don't really know why I said that. I thought it was just
I
something a
don't
cop
really
would
need you
say.
to say anything. I just need the money. What are you, brain damaged? Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
Yeah.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Those little shiny circles that I found are mine. So I'm not going to give them to this dude.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I wonder where my home
You
is.
really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Really don't remember.
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South, maybe? Far away? Or up on Marvel Hill? Marvel Hill sounds really nice. I bet there's a mansion up there.
Why did you say that?
These are just synapses firing. It doesn't mean anything.
No. But isn't that an expression, not a place? A
Expression?
thing up on Marvel Hill, a great high place. One that is impossible to climb back to.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building? I live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Gotta keep my ear to the streets. I mean... Alright guys, I'm reaching my time limit, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off here. However, this game is very interesting, and the mechanics are definitely a bit different from anything else that I have ever played. So I'm interested and excited to get into more of this. If you liked it, if you enjoy this kind of content, please feel free to like, throw something down in the comments for me so I know. Subscribe, and have a good night.